Friday, October 4th, 12:49 p.m. New York time. Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Welcome back, investors. This video is going to discuss the airline stocks. Cue it up. Here it is. Some interesting news stories the past few days, if you're one that follows the airline industry. So we'll look at the charts, 5 years worth of data. Each candle here represents a week. The current candle on the far right will be done today at 4 p.m. It's a market cycle. The name of the company, SkyWest, and here's the stock symbol. Here's the low for the past 5 years. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Your investments, are they making highs this year to be at the high for the past 5 years? If they're not, you go ahead and stay with that investment because there are better ones than that. Here's the low of the year. Here's the high of the year. The current momentum is to the upside. Okay, this was the high of the year. It's called a swing high that's coming up to, and that's a swing low. Use a lot of energy to get up there. If it fails to break above and close above that, what will you expect? Well, then you expect it may become a consolidation or a sell-off. So buying at the highs may not necessarily be the best thing. Let it prove itself. Break above the high, close above the high, have a minor retracement on weakness, and catch it on the reversal. That's explained deeply in my personal videos to my subscribers on Patreon. American Airlines. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low for the past 5 years. Big difference, right? Big difference first. SkyWest. Highs of the year. American Airlines. Near the lows of the year. Near the lows of the 5 years. Yeah. Alaskan Air. The low for the past 5 years. The high for the past 5 years. Here's the low for this year. Here's the high for this year. Very close. We haven't tested it yet. Very close to testing the high. So again, coming close to that potential trade idea. I have it on my watch list. And then when the price action hits the price I want it to, that'll be breaking the high. I'll be looking at it more closely. Air Transit Service Group. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low. Wow. Look at that. For the past 5 years, we made a new low for the year. Again, loser. A lot of chop over here too. Delta Airlines. The high for the past 5 years, all the way back here. Here's the low. So notice last year low, this year low, making higher lows, higher highs. And very close to retesting the swing high. Trade items. Which is interesting. We have an inside candle forming right now. That's suspicious. The other ones aren't. JetBlue. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low for the past 5 years. Here's the low for this year. Here's the high for this year. We broke above it. We broke above it. We haven't closed yet. We're going to close that 4 p.m. New York time. Again, I will know at that point if it's going to be a trade idea. If it closes above here, that's bullish more because it take it out. And if it does, I'll be looking for a pullback to reload. If it pulls back on weakness on the faster time frame. Some insight. JetBlue, Spirit, they were lobbying to be doing a merger, M&A, merger buyout. Government regulations are not approving it because that would create more of a monopoly, they say. Sure, the businesses don't like that. Well, we already saw other airlines are doing successful without buying up other companies. Maybe it's bad leadership of them, their policies they're making that have their stocks near the lows. Southwest Airline, here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Sorry, here's the low past 5 years. Here we are trending up. So away from the high. Again, I already mentioned this one, SkyWest. Oops, apologize. Already mentioned this one. United Airlines, here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low. And look what we did here recently. Zoom in. Here's the high of last year, 2023. We broke above it. And last week, we made a new high for the year. Outstanding. I want to move this up. Again, we took out that swing high, which was here, broke above it, closed above it, and retracement candle right here, inside candle. Take it down to the faster time frame and look at the kind of candles occurring, determine, all right, that sweet spot for buying. Again, that's discussed much further on my Patreon page, on the advanced Patreon page. Nice. Spirit Airlines. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Look at that. And this week, new low, $1.40. Wow. Failure. Not the taxpayers' fault, not the government regulators' fault. Nope. Leadership of the company. You see, the other companies are doing well. Not all of them, some of them. They're considering file bankruptcy. A little insight. I shared this for years, probably for 20 plus years already, maybe more than that. I highly recommend never buy stock in the company you work for. Invest in equity indexes for the long term. Many shareholders that work for this company, pilots, maintenance, the crew, flight attendants, the ones checking people in at the counter, bought the stock at the highs and kept on adding money, dollar cost average as it's going down, losing. Bad investments, bad money management. They're adults. They should have owned up and cut the losses, stopped making contributions a long time ago. They don't know, then they shouldn't be investing. They should hire a professional manager and verify that person is making profits, not buying garbage. Frontier Group. Here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low, which was this year and turning around. Here's another one. High for the past 5 years. This year made the low for the past 5 years. Loser. Like early access to my videos, I have a subscribers page for a very tiny donation. That's my Patreon page. The link is below in the description. Thank you as always for spending just a little bit of time with me. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching.